All right. Welcome to May, guys. Pretty crazy, right? Um, Thanks for hopping on. I asked Amanda to speak, number one, because I'm like crazy busy this week with moving, but number two, because it was about time to get her on a call. You guys know Amanda loves speaking from the heart, so I thought that it was about time for her to get the stage. Just a few quick things. We were just talking about this in our leaders group, and Noelle reminded me of this. So when we think about posting on social media, I just posted this morning. I was like, I feel like I'm not getting any traction, right? I'm sure we've all been there, and you're like, I'm just not getting any likes. This is so crazy. Don't forget to share just your normal life. Felicia does that really well. And I think it's easy sometimes to get wrapped up in, here's my workout, here's a recipe, here's coaching opportunity. Like, don't forget to share your spouse's, your normal life stuff that you did before Beachbody, because people like love seeing that about you. It's crazy that a picture of just me in an apartment got over 100 likes. Like, when I got barely 3 or 4 the other day. So I just wanted to remind you guys of that. Don't be afraid or scared to like share stuff about your relationship. Share normal life stuff that you were doing before Beachbody, because that's who you are. And we just need to remember to do that. You guys know the challenge packs this month. They're all Shaun T size, Insanity Max 30. So great time if you are ready to switch up to a new program and you want to try it. It's on sale for you as well. And then I know the 3-day refresh is coming out on sale. So another great one to try with summer coming in fast. And another great opportunity to think about doing a 3-day refresh quick group, like sometime right before Memorial Day. So I just wanted to kind of throw that in there as an idea. What do you think? Anything else? Clean eating group's going well, it seems. And hopefully we start off the month strong and keep it going, right? So I'm going to stop chatting, and I just want to give Amanda a little more intro. So Amanda started in January. We do not know each other. We just met online, and she has a lot of mutual friends with me. And so that's kind of the power of connection. So she came in hot. She hit success starters every single month, the first 3 months of a coach, and she earned her free ticket to Nashville. So she's doing something right. And I felt that it was time to, again, let her take the stage on how she has decided to go all in with this business and really allow it to be the vehicle for her to see freedom in her life. So, Amanda, take it away.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Everybody can hear me, right? I hope. I wrote it all out because I get sidetracked a lot. So if you see me looking down, that's why. Okay, so when I first signed up, I didn't know exactly what it was to coach. And I didn't really know what I was signing up for. But Danielle has been great and has led me and has pretty much showed me what to do. Up until a couple weeks ago, though, I was very stressed out. I didn't really know what I was doing exactly. I had over 100 messages in my inbox, and that was very stressful for me because I felt like when I was doing my power hour, I felt like I had to answer every single one of those messages, when that is completely wrong. So that's the biggest thing that I have changed within the past, I think it would be 3 weeks now. So I went through those messages now, and I pinpoint 5 people a day that I'm going to invite. Inviting is so key. I know that everybody gets tired of hearing it, and I know it's the scariest thing, but honestly, it's what changed for me the past 3 weeks. I'm like, all right, well, I need to do something. I need to change something, and I need to start inviting, because most of the people, when I first signed up, they came to me. So I was last month was difficult for me. I didn't really know, or I shouldn't say last month. It would have been March was difficult for me, and that's because I wasn't inviting, because I was very terrified to invite, because I'm scared of that word that everybody hates to hear is no. So that's, I guess, the biggest thing. And the invite that's been working for me so well is because I am a very indirect person, and I think a lot of people especially my good friends know that about me. So the invite that I felt that's been working for me, and I will share this again in Glow Diggers if you want, but I will read it word for word. So not sure if you have been seeing some of my most recent posts, but I am starting a 30-day fit and wellness group. I'm looking for 3 ladies to join me in my group. Would you happen to know of anyone that might be interested in joining me? I am very happy with my results that I have been seeing and want to pay it forward and find more people that I can help. Most of the people, I mean, if they respond. Every single one that I send that invite, they actually respond to me, which the first couple times I was like, hey, would you be interested or something like that, I wouldn't hear back from them. So that invite has been working well for me because people normally will say no, like I don't know anybody, or some people even are like, oh yeah, like my mom might be interested, or my sister or my aunt, something like that. Or they're like, actually, I've been watching your posts and I was wondering what you're doing. So that's number one I wanted to talk to you was about the inviting. The second thing is that I found was key was expanding your network. That was hard for me because I have always been a private person and my Facebook has always been private. And that was, I guess, the hardest thing was making that switch to go public. But if you haven't done that, that is key to your business because every person, if somebody likes or comments on your status or your picture or your video, then it's actually like put in their friends' newsfeed. So that is key. I've actually had multiple people reach out to me because other people were liking my stuff and they're like, hey, by the way, like you're so motivating. I love your post. So that is key, is to make that private public switch. And number 2 is to just start adding more friends. I mean, the hardest thing for me is to actually go to my friends and talk to them. It's a lot easier for me to go and reach out to a stranger because if they don't respond back, I'm like, okay. I was like, it's not like I'm going to run into them on the street. So that's what's been easier for me. I try to add anywhere from 10 to 15 people a day. I am really trying to expand my network. Last month, I set a goal that I was going to hit 2,000 friends by the end of April, and I am well over 2,100 now. So you just need to start sending out those friend requests. And also another thing is that you need to log your friends because I found out that you can be put in Facebook jail if you have a lot of outstanding friend requests. And I know nobody wants to do that. So I started a spreadsheet and I keep track of when I send the friend request out. And then I'll check back within a week and see if they accepted it or not. If they didn't, then I just go and I cancel the request and then I move on and add more people. So what else? Another thing is a lot of people are scared to reach out. As soon as somebody accepts my friend request, I actually, Danielle sent me a planner, and in this planner, I keep every single day, like I go back to my friend who's accepted my friend request, and I add 5 people every single day to this list, and I think I'm well into June or July now so then I'll go back to that day and I start conversations with those 5 people that are on that day. And I know this is scary because you don't know them, but the thing that I have found is I say, hey lady, how are you? Thanks for the friend request. I love your friend post. But what I'm finding key is that next thing that comes after that, I love your friend post. You need to go and look at their profile. You need to go and look. You need to see how you can relate to that person. Whether it's just, hey, I really like your cover photo. Like if it's of a place, where was that taken? Or if you know you went to the same high school or college with them, you can relate that way. Or if you see that there's one person that you're like best friends that they're on their friend list, then you can relate that way. That is very, very key, is to try and relate to that person. Because if I felt that, or I started sending out a lot of messages to people that graduated from Del Val, and I just kept saying, oh, hey, like I see that you studied at Del Val, and half the people wouldn't respond to me. So I definitely found that you need to relate somewhere. Another thing too is I still freeze up every time somebody's like, how do I know you? I've been getting a lot of those lately, and the way that I found to answer this, that they can't really come back with like, oh my goodness, like why, or be like, say something rude, is I say, I saw we had a lot of friends in common, and I love meeting new people and getting to know new people. And then I put, I hope you don't mind. And most of them come back and they're like, oh no, like I don't mind at all. And they then accept my friend request. So that's how I've been doing it. You of course have to find out what works for you, but that was just what's been working for me. The next thing is just to be real, be you, and be honest. I have found that when I'm most honest, when somebody asks me about the price and I am just honest. I'm like, yes, it is expensive, but here's what it's done for me. Here's how it's helped me. And then I break it down by the cost, and most of them come back and they're like, oh, that's not bad. That's not as much as I thought. So don't be scared when you get asked about the cost. Just be honest. And then to share your story, because that's how you're going to get people to relate to you. And just remember what makes you you. Like the drag racing, that makes me. So yes, you'll see a lot of posts about my drag racing, but that's also who I'm going to draw in, is I want those female drag racers that want to be fit. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but weight actually plays into a lot with drag racing. So that's, I guess, what I'm trying to. I've been adding a lot of female drag racers, and that's what I'm going to start to try and attract, is those female drag racers. And also, racing is very expensive. So if people can earn a couple more bucks to buy those parts, that's what I want to attract. So you really have to figure out who you want to attract. Another thing that I want to attract is I am very busy. I'm out of the house at 7 in the morning, and I don't return until 9:30 most nights. So that, I guess, is why the shakes have helped me so much, is because they're a great on-the-go meal for me. And that's how I want to, or who I want to draw in. I feel like there's more, so hold on. The biggest thing too is I was so scared. My whole life I've been scared of people, and I don't, most of you probably don't even know that. I think Felicia's on this call and she knows, but I've been so intimidated, and I'm scared. I'm still scared of people, and I hate actually talking out loud. So this is a big thing for me. And that's why I pushed myself to do those videos, is because that is so out of my comfort zone. It is absolutely ridiculous, but I am growing as a person, and I'm getting more comfortable with talking out loud. So that's why I've felt like the videos have worked so well for me, is because I am doing them to reach more people, but at the same time, I'm doing it because I'm growing as a person. It still scares me, and I know I say a lot, so I'm sorry, but it really scares me to talk to people. But I decided that I had to stop letting that fear get in the way, and you are in charge of you. And if you want this business, it's all you. It's not on Danielle. It's not on anybody else. It is on you. And you have to make the choice to go all in or to rely on somebody else. And nobody else is going to do this for you. You have to make that choice and those sacrifices that you're going to be like, okay, today's the day. This is what I'm doing, and go for it. The next thing too is that you need to set goals. I found last month in that Diamond Dash group, Danielle had us set goals. And when you set goals, I don't know about you, but when I set goals, I will do whatever it takes to get to those goals. So I think it's very important every single day to set a goal, like how many friend requests you're going to send, how many people you're going to invite, how many people you're going to start talking to. I'm inviting 5 people a day, but I'm also starting conversations with 5 people a day. That's why my messages are well over 100 right now. But I like that, because then when I'm going to invite, it's not so hard. It's not so difficult to be like, who am I going to invite? And feel pressured or stressed. So that's what I have found that has worked so well for me. I think that's pretty much it. So I don't know if you want to open it up to questions. I know I talked a lot.
No, Amanda, it's so crazy because you know how we had you do like that Q&A your first, I think it was your first month as a coach. I was like, I want you to get on so I can ask you some questions because you're doing so well. And it's like a world of difference, the person that is talking tonight than was talking her first month. So practice makes perfect, I guess, in everything of this business, right? You just keep doing it and fail forward. What questions do you guys have for Amanda? Go for it. Anybody? She's talking right. Don't be bashful. Well, I have a question. What kind of changed for you that you felt like you had to change something in your business besides, you know, the overwhelming messages? Like, was there like an aha moment for you to say like, I need to do this different, or I really want this?
I guess what really, changed it was that I was going to Jamaica in June, and I didn't want to have to worry about paying for that trip. And I knew that also that you last month in the Diamond Dash suggested to get the Success Club before the 15th. And that, I guess, really hit home. And that's what changed, was like, it's so much easier if you focus on those first 15 days than trying to cram and get a home run that last couple weeks, because it's a lot tougher. And I found that out in March. I real quick got to like Success Club 6, and then I couldn't find those last 2 to get to that Success Club 10. So it's a lot easier if you focus on that first 15 days. And also this month I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Ocean City Cruise Week. So that's why I'm really pushing and to have Success Club before that, so I don't have to worry so much while I'm on my vacation. And same with Jamaica. I'm leaving June 11th, and I want to make sure that my Success Club I hit for June 11th. So I guess that was the biggest thing that changed.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched that Anita Myron video I posted, I think Amy was saying how that changed for her, because it's really like all in your head. When you treat the 15th as the last day of the month, you better believe you will be working. But when you think, oh, I have 30 days, like there's no urgency there to get it done. And then the end of the month sucks. So put in the work now. You know, you guys are all being super active in the clean eating group, and you need to capitalize on connecting with those people in the group, because I mean, Martha and Courtney are doing an awesome job setting it up, and the rest of you chiming in and being supportive. Like, that is our bread and butter, to grab people and help them continue their journey. So it's set up there for a reason. So yeah, I think that's absolutely changed for you, Amanda, and treating it like, okay, I want to focus on my team and helping them the second half of the month. And even if you don't have a team yet, that still gives you time to think about more how you want to attract your team in the second half of the month, and how maybe you want to set up a training or a team page, or what is coaching, sneak peek. You know, just because I run things the way that I do with Noelle doesn't mean that, like, all of you are leaders on this team, and this is your business. And I think Amanda has really embraced that, because the second she had her first coach, I said, okay, go make a team page. Like, go run it, go be the leader for your coaches. And even if she's not running team calls every week, but she's still acting as the leader for her coach. And I mean, Felicia's on here now, and I know she's had huge transformations in having Amanda there. So I would totally agree with that. What are you thinking, Amy? She's so quiet.
I know, I'm so quiet. I don't know. I think I struggle making that switch, like doing 2 different accounts. That's like my biggest thing. I don't know if anyone else on the call is doing 2 accounts, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like I put all my like apples in mine, and then like Joey is just kind of like, well, after I hit Success Club, you know, I hit the third person that I'm like, well, I feel like I kind of like die out when it comes to him. I don't know if there's any help. Like,
It's totally a mindset thing. I think it's the same thing what Amanda is saying. Like you fix easy and then you stop. You put the foot off the gas pedal and you can't do it. Because I worked my mom's account for a while, but then I didn't want to mess with taxes. I just kind of did it to get to Diamond. And it's hard. It's hard some months. But I think everything that you're doing is right. It's just all mindset and believing that you can do it, honestly, and just showing up full force every day. I think the tips that Amanda has said, like, making those non-negotiable goals every day of, okay, how many people do I want to talk to? Maybe this week you want to try joining a group online, something that relates to you. I don't know, married spouses in Bucks County or something, runners club, that you can go connect with people that relate to you. And I think that that's what I was kind of getting at when I said before the call, like, don't forget to hold on to those things that are you guys outside of Beachbody. Amanda's unapologetic about the racing, and that's what embraces the people that are authentic to her journey. And you better believe that all those people she knew before this are following her still, even if it's not, they're like, what's this girl doing? They're curious. So does that make sense, Amy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Believe you can do it, because you can, Noelle struggles with that a lot too. But she's kind of made non-negotiables of 6 in Ryan's account every month, no matter what now. So you guys are all capable. I mean, the numbers sound insane, but when you break it down, it's one person a week. Mm-hmm. If you're inviting 5 people a day, you should be good. You know what I mean? But I know how it is. I struggle with inviting, so I know that all of you do too. And it's something we have to continuously stay consistent with and stay on our game with, because when we don't do it, if I asked you for your BAT, I show you mine and there's stuff that's empty too. So, but it's the first of the month and everybody's at a clean slate. I think that that's the really important thing. Like, now is the time to get your mojo going, get in a good headspace, get some good PD going, and just like go balls to the wall. Like, I'm so excited for you guys to go to Super Saturday in Philly, and I'm so jealous. Like, it's going to be such a game changer, because I feel like you guys are hitting it at the time that I went last year into my coaching journey. And I just know seeing Carl is just going to blow your mind, honestly. Just like feeling the energy and the environment. But what else? Go ahead.
I have a thing. Another thing is I touched on this. I went live in the group on Saturday, but just to remember that everybody is watching, whether they're liking, whether they're commenting. I mean, I just had one of my best friends from college walk back into my life, and I hadn't talked to her in so long, and she signed up yesterday for a challenge pack. So that's just huge. And just to remember that there are so many people watching you. I mean, most of the people last month that after I posted that transformation picture, most of them reached out and were like I had started conversations, but conversations quickly died off, and they came back. They were like, holy crap, how did you lose all that weight? And they wanted to know more about it. So just remember that people might not be talking, or they might be ignoring you, but I guarantee you planted those seeds, and they're still watching you. They just might not be ready to, I guess, jump on ship or jump on board with you. They're still watching you, though, and you never know when they're going to start that conversation back up.
Yeah, I mean, you can look when you post videos as public on your page, you can see how many views you get. Yeah, I think the video I put up tonight had 77 views before I hopped on the call, and there's 2 people that liked it. So that happens on a normal basis on all of your posts. People are always watching, and that reminds me all of the time. You have to just stay in a constant mindset of abundance. There's always more people out there. You just have to decide to keep talking to them, even when they don't talk back to you. I mean, many of you have done it to me, so.
And one more thing, when my conversations die off or something like that, or if I had invited them and I haven't heard back, I look back through those messages. I know some people will wait like a couple weeks, but I actually do like 1 week, or even if I'm like just scrolling through and I see that they haven't talked back in a while, I'll just send them, hey, how's your week going? Or, hey, do you have any fun weekend plans? Just to start that conversation back up. And most of the people just start up like a normal conversation again. And so that's another thing that's been helping me, is that I don't necessarily let those conversations die.
Amanda, how are you tracking things? Just like in an Excel sheet?
Yes, and then also in the planner.
Oh, right. Yeah, so that's another thing. You gotta keep track of who you talk to and when you talk to them. One thing that's helped me, and I think I posted about this, but if you guys haven't made Facebook lists on your Facebook, you can actually make a list of people. So like I have a dream team list of anybody and everybody I can think of that I want on our team. And then I have a potential challengers list, and I add anybody and everybody who I think could be great in our accountability group. And I check in with that daily and like and comment on all their recent posts. So it just shows those people. Because oftentimes I know, because I've been guilty of this, I know that some of you just scroll Facebook and that's a time waster, right? So we want to focus on the people that we are really targeting. And that's really helped me only focus on like Facebook as my business. And that is my place to go to get my work done, and separate it out. And also remember like who I want to talk to. But definitely you should be using an Excel sheet or a planner, or look at Streak. It's never too early to start tracking. Seriously, it sucks when you have to switch over 600 people like I did.
The list is huge because that's what I did. And a lot of the times too, like when they add me, I add them to a list so that I'm building that relationship. And most of those people that now I'm going back and I'm messaging, they're responding because I built that relationship the past couple weeks. So that is definitely key. If you haven't done that, I didn't actually know how to do it, and I looked it up on YouTube on how to create a list. So
Amanda, explain what you mean by building a relationship.
I just like and comment, mostly comment, because I mean, if you're just constantly liking their stuff, you're not necessarily building a relationship. So if I see something that I can relate to, I'm commenting. I'm like, this one girl, she lives in Quakertown, and she goes to, I forget what Italian nice, and I just keep commenting. I'm like, I need to go there. It looks amazing, to the point where she messaged me and she was like, anytime you want to go, let's go together. And I don't even know this girl. So that's what I mean when I say building a relationship.
No, that's perfect. I just wanted to make it clear for those of you that might have not understood what she meant. Because that's what it is, guys. This is a relationship business. So like Amanda said, she's grown so much in 3 months because she just said, I'm not making excuses anymore, and I'm just going to get out of my comfort zone and try new things and do it my way. You know, if something's not working or you're not getting traction the way you want, like try something new, rinse and repeat, right? It's okay. I was telling Claire, you know, she was feeling down last month, and I was like, why are you not posting about bridal stuff 24/7? Your wedding is in 2 to 3 months, and you need to speak to your niche, because that's what you're going through in life right now. That's everything outside of Beachbody. So, you know, sharing tips on planning a wedding or sharing your dress fitting or whatever, things like that, you guys need to like really maximize whatever it is. Amanda's going on a trip. She talks about her trip often. I know about her trip because she talks about it. She talks about drag race. You know about that. So speak to the things that are you. Felicia's really good about sharing her children and her daily life and what kind of they're doing, and just, you know, her journey and how that she's incorporating them in her family. Like you guys, you need to do those things, because this is a relationship business again, and you attract what you are. So if you aren't sure about what that is outside of recipes and working out, like ask a friend, say, hey, when you think of me, what do you think of? Or, you know, ask your mom. I don't know. They're always my go-tos. But it's easy to fall in that like trap of like, oh, a recipe, here's a workout, here's my selfies all the time, but you got to share the other stuff. That was kind of my main point with that. What else, Amanda?
Um,
Can you speak to unless you had something?
I was just gonna say my best friend Casey, which I don't, probably none of you. I post about her a lot, but it was funny because I was with her on my birthday. My boss actually gave me off for the day, so me and her went out to grab drinks in town, and it was funny because she was like, "I don't really know Felicia that well," and she was like, "I feel like I already know her." So that's what it means when you're constantly sharing your story, is because she felt like she's like, "I feel like I already know Felicia, and it's just from her following her post." So I just wanted to say that.
That's what you want. That's a Lindsay Matway saying right there. When people go up to her and they like she's sharing her pregnancy stuff now, so that'll be a whole new niche, kind of like Noelle's doing. She's so sweet. Can you speak to, since we have a few more minutes, can you speak to how your success partner has helped with your business?
Oh, yes. She has been amazing. We're constantly going back and forth just about how we can improve, what's helping, what's not helping. When we did that event last, it was April 24th, she was great. She was like, what can I do? She was all in. She was all about it. She's definitely my rock. It's when I'm down or when she's down, I'm like, hey, how's everything going? Like, we're just constantly checking in on each other, which is key. It's so great in this business that you can have a success partner because, I mean, look at like all the big corporations. I mean, they always have somebody to lean on, and it's the same thing here. Without her, I wouldn't be able to do this, and she's constantly like the first person to comment on my stuff, and when I'm get out of work, I'm constantly like, okay, I'm going to Lauren. I need to see what she posted so that I can comment and stuff. So, I don't know. I guess that's what she's just been great.
Yeah, I think you guys have taken success partners seriously, and it shows in both of your businesses. And if you guys feel like, or if you don't have a success partner yet, like it will for sure come in your training, or it's time to figure out who that should be. Because also like your business ebbs and flows as you continue, and it's okay for that to ebb and flow as well. But I think it's really important to have somebody to lean on in this business, even if it's just like, you see Amanda's doing really well and you want to ask her a few questions, like reach out and ask her. We're all a team here. There's a reason that the certain people are up at the top of the board. It's not luck, it's hard work. But you guys are all capable of doing it. Like I said, we're starting at ground zero. It's May 2nd, and we now have 13 days together to get to Success Club, right? Notice how I didn't say 29?
I have one more.
Go for it.
One more and I'm already there, so I'm excited.
Oh, you got one more person. I thought you said one more thing to share. That's awesome.
Oh no, I have one more until I'm at Success Club 5 already, so I'm excited.
See, I need to get my fire lit. What else? Any of you on the phone have anything else? I know you're muted. Well, I don't want to take any more of your time, but Amanda, thank you so much for sharing tonight. I hope you guys took something away from this and truly embrace the inviting, because it's the third vital behavior for a reason, and you kind of just have to get over yourself and not allow yourself to skip it. I'm going to go send 5 invites after this call because I have not done them today. So I hope that you guys can commit to doing that too. And if you're not sure who to invite, start tracking who you're talking to. Find a system that works for you, and keep track of kind of where people are and when you talk to them, because it will be so much easier, honestly. So thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. And go kick some butt this week, ladies. We've got this. All right. Have a good week, everybody.
Thanks, you too.
See ya.